Welcome back to Red Lodge. We move from the air-cooled mini-motos to the liquid-cooled mini-motos. The junior production LC40 class now, with Josh Watley and Louis Rendell on the front row from Hitchcock and Jones, O'Gorman, Mellor, Bannister, Stuart Campbell, Belford and Walker rounding out the top 10. A very interesting grid this. A lot of the riders we've already seen in the earlier races of the day, but this is the big one for a lot of the riders out there, and Josh Watley has already bit the bullet early and taken a very strong lead into the first turn, and he's already trying to pull daylight between himself and the rest of the field, but it's going to be very tricky for Josh Watley to pull away with a field this hungry.
Caris Jones got a good start there. She's through to third place. This is Caris on board. That's Ryan Hitchcock, who won the earlier Minimoto Pro air-cooled race. He's in second place at the moment though. Josh Watley out front and stretching his legs, and what a lead this is on the first lap.
Yes, it is a big lead for Josh Watley, but what a weekend for Ryan Hitchcock in second position. He is almighty here at Red Lodge. He's trying to make this place his own, and only Josh Watley is struggling. Well, he's only struggling to beat Watley at the moment. Jones in third position as she chases down Hitchcock. Oh, up the inside.
That's Rendell.
That is a beautiful little move there from Louis Rendell. He's a very talented young rider, of course. Wasn't at the first round of the championship. Running third at the moment, and he had problems, of course, earlier on.
Casey up the inside of Caris now as well. So Caris now coming under pressure. Looks like she may have an issue here with the bike, potentially. She's dropping places.
Well, Casey O'Gorman's already starting to threaten Louis Rendell as they all close up to Ryan Hitchcock. But who's that on the back of Caris Jones? I think that's Owen Mellor, the 130 that's moving up. It is. So Owen Mellor is chasing down Caris Jones. We're on board with Caris as we look at Casey O'Gorman. Third and 2 seconds at Landau, second in the championship behind Josh Watley after the first round of the championship series. But here at Red Lodge, Casey O'Gorman has had to start the weekend on the back foot, but we know what happens when Casey O'Gorman starts the weekend on the back foot. It isn't long before he's at the front again.
Great acceleration out of that corner by Casey. Josh Watley won all 3 races. At round 1, he's looking to take yet another. If he won all 3 races this weekend, he could be on for the perfect season.
Certainly could be. Josh Watley's just disappearing off into the distance though as Ryan Hitchcock is slowly falling away. And up the inside, Louis Rendell tries to go round the outside. Nice. A sweeping overtake into second position. Again, utilising the back marker to perfection there. Louis Rendell getting over his woes from earlier on. Completely not his own making either. But now he's up into P2, and Casey O'Gorman has decided to take that as an invitation to have a go at Ryan Hitchcock round that long sweeping left-hander which tightens on the exit. Is he going to have a stab into the right flick after it? Well, he's already got Ryan Hitchcock on the ropes, hasn't he? Casey O'Gorman's really strong round the outside, up on acceleration. This boy knows no fear. He's going to stick it to the outside, then tuck back in neatly for the left flick of the final turn down the straight. Watch him into turn 1. Surely he's going to get this move on the inside line. Take that. Beautiful overtake from Casey O'Gorman. That boy is zooming.
Yeah, that is the best of Casey O'Gorman right there. That's what he's capable of. We know he's an ultra-talented rider. Really has got a massive future. If he can get the right sort of support later on in his career, we'll be seeing him in the upper echelons of motorcycle racing. That's an adult in front, by the way, Jake, there. We've got a split grid here. We're covering the kids class, but we've got some CD and mini motos on track as well. Owen Mellor's information there, 9th, 4th and 5th at round 1. Bailey Stuart Campbell, 2nd, 3rd and 3rd, 3rd in the championship after round 1 for Bailey on the 99 machine. There he is. Man that got the jump start in the earlier race, but didn't get penalised for it. Franco Bourne just tucked up behind him as they go into the final turn.
Yeah, really interesting battle this, all the way from Hitchcock to Mellor to the 99 is Stuart Campbell and Franco Bourne. A nice Stacey battle, and Bourne up the inside there into turn 2. Very nicely done in a very difficult moment to pick as we're into the last lap, but it's been all about one man, Josh Watley, storming his way through the field. He won every race at the opening round of the championship in this class. He's looking to make it a Marc Marquez style clean sweep in the early part of the season, isn't he? 52.5 for the fastest lap of the race. Nobody's going to be able to take it to Josh Watley with this kind of pace. Even Casey O'Gorman struggled to keep up with him today. But Josh Watley comes through, the checkered flag flies. Brilliant ride from Watley. It's going to be Louis Rendell who fights his way to second position, and a great ride from him too. 6 seconds adrift of Josh Watley. Casey O'Gorman will be the man who rides home in third, and again, you run out of superlatives for that number 7. Bourne is the one who eventually comes home in 4th position, fighting his way through on the final lap past Hitchcock, Owen Mellor and Bailey Stewart Campbell, with Carris Jones in 8th in front of Bannister and Walker. But Josh Watley is, well, there's only one word to describe him right now, and that word is invincible.
Championship points after the weekend. Josh Watley took 3 wins from the 3 races. That's 6 from 6 so far, and that is a huge championship lead going into round 3.
There's still time to bring you the highlights from the Pit Bike Open, and once again it's a 4-man battle. Charlie Nesbitt, Max Cook, Cameron Horseman and TJ Toms. These 4 battle everywhere we go in this class, and today is not going to be an exception. Charlie Nesbitt out in front early with TJ Toms up to 2nd position, and already Cook and Horseman having a cracking scrap.
That's Richard Holmes Williams, I think that is, the 126 machine.
Oh, and down goes Toms! TJ Toms, I think that is, has dropped the bike in 2nd position. So the number 7 drops to the floor, and it's going to be a very long race for TJ Toms after this one. He can still get it back together and fight his way through, of course, but now it's going to be a really uphill struggle. Charlie Nesbitt, though, the 86, leading the way comfortably in the early stages and already trying to get a gap over the likes of Max Cook and Richard Holmes Williams, who is right up there in the front end. There is Max Cook, the 30, in 3rd position now, trying to chase down Holmes Williams.
Can I just say as well, Blake Hansel in this one on the 20 bike, he has officially retired his dad from racing. His dad took part in a race with Blake. Now Blake's in the senior class. Blake did in big style, and his dad's decided that's enough. I'm just too slow.
Well, once the whippersnapper beats you, you've got no chance, have you? So brilliant work from Blake Ansell in this class, and he has taken to the Pit Bike Opens very quickly indeed. Still this battle raging. Holmes Williams, Max Cook, and the 72 in 4th place. That's Cameron Horseman, 14 years of age, 7 wins, don't forget, in the GP 125 class last year in MotoStar. So this rider knows everything there is to know about battling at the front.
And the weird thing about Cameron is when you meet him, you think of him as like 17, maybe 18, but he's still only 14 years of age.
He's a very talented kid with a very, very big future in front of him. Now, Holmes Williams, he's really taking a lot of pressure here. Max Cook has got him on the ropes again, down to the very long sweeping left-hander. Holmes Williams breaks a lot later because, of course, he's got that slight weight advantage. He can be a little bit more aggressive on the brakes than perhaps Max Cook could, but Cook has the advantage on the throttle. Because he's lighter, more nimble, he can actually get a little bit more purchase, and Holmes Williams goes down. Oh dear, into turn 5. Oh, and he's even fallen off the bike. That's the desperation of trying to get back into the race. So Holmes Williams disappears from the equation. First TJ Toms, now Holmes Williams. So it's going to be Cook versus Horseman for the 2nd position.
There is TJ getting it back together on the 7 bike. The 98 going through the picture was Adam Stainer.
This battle really starting to heat up now. They've got rid of Holmes Williams. He is going to try and work his way back through. But these two, Cook and Horseman, the 30 and 72, still scrapping away. But TJ Toms, the other man in this equation, is a long way back, but he is charging past very quickly. Nesbitt has already managed to deal with Ian Denny and put a lap on him, and the other two fly past as well, Cook and Horseman. Who is that in 4th position? It's a bit of a battle, that's what it is. It's Dan Lee and Paul Qualters, with the likes of Howarth, Ansell, and I think...
Oh, 24's down, Jake.
Yeah, that is Paul Qualters Jr. We just saw him battling there with Dan Lee. So that was the man who was in 4th position. So with the dropping like flies here at Red Lodge. So the battle is going to swing to... Well, that's going to put Dan Lee now into 4th position. But he's got Will Howarth, Blake Ansell, and I think TJ Toms, that is, storming through the field, charging hard. As down the inside of Jack Walters goes your man in 2nd position, Max Cook. Cameron Horseman got a little bit held up there, but they both managed to get through A-OK. Still Cook in front of Horseman. Toms is trying to challenge the likes of Lee, Howarth and Ansell. He's up into 7th position, I think. He could get 4th before the end here, TJ Toms. He is flying through. There's your man. Oh, and another one!
Oh, Holmes Williams is down again for the 2nd time.
It's the 2nd time this race as Charlie Nesbitt, the race leader, flies through. Of all the more embarrassing places to crash than right in front of the camera. You couldn't have timed it better. Whoops!
Who put that camera there?
Yes, it's just the most miserable moment in Holmes-Williams this weekend. He even manages to look into the lens for good measure. He even had time for that. Still, we are watching this man out in front, Charlie Nesbitt, storming away. He's just putting lap after lap after lap of sheer excellence in front. A good half second quicker than everybody else. Cameron Horsman there, the 72, doing everything he can to chase down Max Cook, but the gap has consistently been around the 2-second mark throughout, and I'm not so sure he's going to have the time to catch him this time round. He's done everything he can, but Charlie Nesbitt out in front is going to be a race winner. Cook in second, Horsman third. TJ Toms, by the way, look, he's moved up. Is that him in fourth position now? I think he has managed to take on Dan Lee. Howarth is chasing him down as well. Blake Hansel's not far away. I think we could have a couple of positions change dramatically. But TJ Toms is now in fourth position. Look at how quickly he's done it. The race leader's on 33.4s. TJ Toms is on a 33.1 for a fastest lap. He is absolutely charging. Brilliant stuff, but it's going to be Charlie Nesbitt who takes the victory from Max Cook and Cameron Horsman.
Confirmation of the top 5. They look like this: Charlie Nesbitt from Max Cook, Cameron Horsman, TJ Toms and Will Howarth. But what's your abiding memory from this round here at Red Lodge? Well, for me, it's this one coming up. I'd particularly like to thank the marshal rebuilding the tyres for leaving us with this little gem. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.